Hello, welcome back. Today I have a dish from Spain. They love it over there. And they call it Arroz Caldoso. In essence, it's a rice stew. This one I decided to prepare with jumbo shrimp. Trust me, this stuff is delicious and it's very easy to make. So go nowhere, let's create. So make sure your pot is very hot. So the heat has to be high. Put a little bit of olive oil. Then start adding this beautiful shrimp. Start cooking them. You don't want to cook them for a long time. Just want to cook them for a little bit. Add a little bit of salt. Move them around until they start getting this orange, nice looking color. Man, they're beautiful. Yeah. See, you can cook this with any size of shrimp. You can actually use scallops if you prefer, but I choose shrimp today and I choose this gigantic one. So you practically are cooking this for about a couple minutes and remove them. Heat still high. Add more olive oil. Now it's time to add the Spanish Sofrito. Spanish Sofrito means from Spain. And I prepared this several weeks ago actually. It's a tomato-based sweet peppers, as you say, type of sofrito. Don't to let it heat. Actually, let me add a little bit more. Don't to let it simmer for about a minute. Now I'm going to add a tablespoon of paprika. Stir it for a little bit. A cup and a half of rice. Make sure those flavors are mixed correctly. And I'm going to add 4 cups of water. What I'm doing now, I'm distributing the rice evenly. I'm going to taste it for salt. It's going to need some. So I'm going to add salt to my taste. I'm going to stir this a little bit. And I'm going to let it boil, so I'm going to wait about a minute. And when it starts boiling, I'm going to add the shrimp. Let me taste this a little bit. So it should be boiling soon. And I love Spanish food, like from Spain, and they truly know how to prepare their dishes, and I'm becoming a big fan. Their food is delicious. And the thing about this Spain is that Spain have different cultures depending on the location. You know, Barcelona have their own type of food. Seville have their own type of food. Madrid, Valencia, everybody know about the paella. So it's a beautiful culture. It's boiling already. So let me start adding the shrimp. That's me licking my fingers. Let me mix it up a little bit. And now that it's boiling, what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the heat down to medium. And I'm going to cover it. So it's been about 4 minutes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stir things around a little bit. And the reason I'm doing this is because I don't want the rice to stick. Now, as it relates to the Spanish Sofrito, I do have a video how to make it. It's pretty easy. But in the descriptions, I'm going to put, if you don't have the Sofrito handy, I'm going to provide what you can use to substitute. You know, I have tomatoes, garlic, red sweet peppers. You know, the stuff that you typically use when you are going to cook something like this. But I'm using my sofrito. Save me time. Now that I moved things a little bit, I'm going to cover stuff again. And then in about 3 minutes, I come back and move it around. Now the issue here is that the rice has to be cooked. So you might have to taste it to see if the rice is not crunchy. It has to be cooked. That's number one. Number two, you have to make sure the water doesn't dry, because this is arroz caldoso. You don't want to cook regular rice when the water dry. And anyhow, if you were cooking regular rice, you will have to use much less water. But because you're making the arroz caldoso, it's like stew, it's like rice stew. With this one with shrimp, you're making sure that it stays like a stew. You're going to eat it with a spoon, not with a fork. So 4 minutes later, I come back, take a look at things. Yep, it's ready. Let me verify. Yeah, it is ready. So what you do now, you turn the heat off, move it out,